Okay, so let's talk about copying and processing lists. So copying list is basically when you want to make multiple copies of your existing lists. For this, you can have two different approaches. One is by creating a for loop and then accessing each element of your old list and copying that to your new empty list. Or you can directly use your concatenation operator. Just create a new list and then use the concatenation operation as we have previously looked into the operation before. So here is an example for the same. So you have list 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. List 2 is directly equal to list 1. Now the list 2 is also 1, 2, 3, 4. So after this operation, you have two lists, list 1 and list 2, which are both equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the next example, that is by using the concatenation operator. The reason I mentioned this here is because it's very easy and simple. But when you are working with the lab problems, and there is an example where you'll be working with a for loop and then creating an empty list and then taking the elements or adding the elements into your empty list as well. But for now, all you are doing is list 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and list 2 is create an empty list, use the concatenation operator and list 1. Remember, you can only use concatenation operations on the same data types. As list, an empty list is still a list. That is the reason why this statement is successful. So you are having an empty list, concatenation operator, and a list 1, which is also a list. So your list 2 will also be 1, 2, 3, 4. Next concept is processing lists. That is, list elements can be used in calculations as well. So to calculate the total number of numerical values in a list, you can use an accumulator variable. So this accumulator variable is not like, a keyword. So you can create any variable, but the process of this or but the the usage of that variable is to basically add or take a sum of all the elements that are present in your list. So such type of accumulator variables are used when you are trying to calculate the average of a particular class. Let's say you have a list of all the student grades, like scores, and you want to calculate the average of all the scores. In that case, you can just use an accumulator variable to calculate the running total of all the elements in your list, and then divide that by the total number of elements in the list. That is basically how we calculate average. That's the regular formula, right? So to calculate average, calculate the total number of values and then divide that total with the total number of values in that list. So that is, we can achieve the total number of values in the list by using the length of list operation. And the next concept that we are going to cover is list can be passed as an argument to a function. So when we have looked into the previous chapters, we did pass multiple arguments, right, for functions to work. Here in this case, you can just pass the entire list as an argument to a function. So a function can return a reference to a list as well. So to save the contents of the list to a file, then we can just use write_lines method. And they do not automatically add like the concatenate the \n, that is new line. So you'll have to make sure that you are adding the new line when you are writing or when you are saving all the contents from your file from your list into a file. So that is, you can use a for loop to write each element and add a \n. So when you are reading all the contents of your file and when you are trying to convert that contents into a list, then you can directly use the read_lines method. So we will be seeing the working of these two in your lab session. So we'll be having the usage of write_lines method, and then we'll also discuss the usage of, we'll look at the implementation of read_lines method. So the next topic is two-dimensional lists. That will be in the next video.